Right now, you don't need to know how to code, and you don't need After Effects to make animations like this for your website or app interfaces using Codex and Lottie. And Lottie's completely free. Let me walk you through it step by step. First, installing lottie-web. I open Codex, switch to work mode, and type "Set up lottie-web in this project and make sure it works correctly." Give it a second, and the environment's ready. Case 1. Building a success animation from scratch. Next, I ask Codex to build me a looping success animation and export both a JSON file and an HTML preview page. In the prompt, I described exactly what I wanted: a mint green circle expanding, a brighter green circle with a little bounce, a white checkmark drawing in, and the outer ring expanding and fading out. A moment later, it's done. Let's open it up. The checkmark in the middle is missing. So I tell Codex, white checkmark in the middle is missing. There it is, checkmarks in. This is exactly the kind of animation you'd see after a successful checkout or a form submission. Case 2. Recreating an existing animation. I grabbed a reference video and had ChatGPT help me write the prompt for it. I uploaded the video in chat mode, so I'm typing, "Do you think Codex can recreate this video? Can you write a prompt for Codex?" Okay, it said yes, so I'm just copying this prompt straight into work mode. First result, completely blank preview. So I sent this back. Nothing is showing up. Codex regenerated it, and this time it recreated the animation almost identically to the reference. Now I tell it, replace the star shapes with heart shapes while keeping everything else the same. Done. Same timing, same loop, just the shape swapped from stars to hearts, which means editing animations like this becomes really easy going forward. Case 3. Recreating a logo animation. And use the same method to recreate this animation, then had Codex swap the logo out for the Codex one. Same as before. Wrote the prompt in chat mode, then copied it over into work mode. First version still didn't show the logo, so I had Codex fix it. Then I uploaded the Codex logo as an SVG and typed, "Replace the logo with the Codex logo and leave everything else the same." It got swapped out pretty quickly. Case 4. Building an interactive navbar. I designed a static navigation bar in Figma, exported every element individually as SVG files into a folder, then exported the full design as a PNG to use as a reference image, and uploaded both to Codex. Then I gave it this prompt: reference this design in these SVG assets, and turn this static navbar into a clickable, smooth web animation. I described the motion I wanted. When a tab is clicked, the mint green background slides smoothly, the icon does a subtle bounce, and the text fades and slides in. Then I specified, use Lottie for the icon animation, and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the click interaction. A little while later, it's done. Click between tabs, and a pill-shaped highlight slides over smoothly, the icon bounces slightly, and the text fades in softly. A pretty complete effect. Case 5. Connecting Codex to Lottie Creator through MCP. Codex can also connect to Lottie through something called the Lottie Creator MCP, which lets it create, edit, and export Lottie animations using natural language. The lottie-web library I installed earlier was just a web player for the animations. This is a different tool that actually builds them. Setting it up is pretty simple. I just asked Codex directly, find the Lottie MCP and set it up. Once it's installed, you'll need to restart Codex. Then I opened up the Lottie Creator page, clicked here, went to Settings, clicked MCP Settings, and finally clicked Enable MCP, and it's connected. I imported an SVG image. Went back to Codex, typed in a prompt describing the animation I wanted, and a moment later, the animation was generated. Lottie's official website also has a whole library of pre-made animations, and you can actually edit those too. Just select one, click Edit, and choose Open in Lottie Creator. Every shape and element in there is fully editable. You can also have Codex make those edits automatically. Say I want to change this blue rectangle to red. Once you've connected the MCP, you just type the prompt into Codex and it takes care of it. As for what else Codex can do with the Lottie Creator MCP, I figured I'd just let Codex answer that one directly. It can build all kinds of animations completely from scratch. Loaders, animated icons, progress bars, logo reveals, onboarding graphics, little UI micro interactions. It can create and organize the shapes and layers underneath all of that and animate basically any property you'd want: position, rotation, scale, opacity, color, even the paths themselves. And it controls the motion with real precision too. Keyframes, easing curves, timing, frame rate, all of it. It's not just building new stuff either. It can edit animations that already exist, recolor them, speed them up or slow them down, rename layers, fix the easing, fix alignment, or restructure an entire scene. It can spit out multiple versions in one go, like light and dark themes, different brand colors, different sizes, or different speeds. And it can review its own work too, checking contrast, motion speed, and whether everything's consistent. It also handles importing stuff like SVGs, images, or existing LottieFiles, and exports the finished animation back out as JSON. And it can even wire the animation into your actual codebase, like adding the right player component into a React app or a mobile project. There's also a separate LottieFiles MCP that handles account-level stuff, like managing your saved files and projects. Pretty much anything you'd want to do with an animation, it's covered. That's the whole workflow, start to finish. If I run into issues along the way, my go-to move is just asking ChatGPT directly. Beyond writing a precise prompt, if you want something more polished, you'll usually need a few extra rounds of back and forth with the AI to dial it in. I'll drop today's prompts in the description. If you want to learn more about working with AI, check out my channel. I've also got a video covering the basics of how to use Codex if you're not familiar with it yet. Drop your questions or ideas in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.